Alright, I'm going to do something that I should have done before I did my first lesson video, was to show you how to tune the guitar and the basic layout of the neck. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So I'll do what I should have done first now. Anyway, starting at the end of the guitar, the headstock, the nut, which is for the bridge for the strings. Fret bars, the space in between is the fret, there's the fret bar. And we have the dot markers, which mark the, generally mark the position the same on every guitar. They're a little different sometimes, but it's generally 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, and 12th fret. And I'm using this guitar so that you can, this is my Art and Luthier guitar, so that you can see the dots real clearly. But what I'm going to show you is basically the manual method of tuning. You can use a tuner, but it's good to learn how to do the manual tuning method by ear. It helps you with the layout of the neck, and it helps you with the ear training as well. And as far as the layout of the neck goes, it's, the 1st to the 12th fret is the same notes as the 12th to the rest of the neck up. It repeats itself each string. So that'll help you with a little bit of the basic layout of the neck, not to get too advanced into it. But on the 5th fret, what you want to do, I'll get in a little closer here, is fret the lowest string, the E, and ring out both, as you can see with my thumb there. The note on the 5th fret on the E string is an A, so it's the next string higher is open, and those notes will be the same note. If they're off, I'll show you what that sounds like. You hear the little waviness. And you tune it until that waviness disappears from the sound. And then you do the same thing, moving up to the next string, fret on the 5th fret, and then ring it open. Same note. The 3rd string, the D, same thing. Just like that. And when you get to the, I call it the 4th string, but it's actually the other way around, but 4th string from the lowest end, you're going to drop down 1 fret. That's the only time that changes. So straight across, and you drop down 1 fret on that string, on the 4th wound string, the G string, and you fret that on the 4th fret, not the 5th fret. That's the only one that you change differently like that. And then on the B string, you move back up to the 5th fret and fret it that way. So again, it's this way. Just like that. And run through that a few times, practice it, so that you can start to hear when the notes are the same. Hear the little waviness in the sound between the notes when they're off a little bit. And it'll help you to get your ear trained to what the notes are supposed to sound like. And to keep yourself from getting confused, you can use your tuner initially to tune the guitar to the tuner so that your notes are correct. That way you're training your ear properly. And as I said, I called them string 1 through 6 from the low end. It's actually the other way around, but that's just for teaching purposes, going from top to bottom, because that's the way that I was taught to tune, from low to high. It's easiest that way, because you can tune the low E on a piano, and then you can just tune up like that. And a good point of reference when you do get it tuned, excuse me, when you do get it tuned and you have it proper and you think that it's right, play a G chord, 3-finger G chord, like so. And for some of you that haven't had that portion of my lesson to learn the G chord, it's in the next lesson. But anyhow, that's a G chord, and that's a good point of reference for whether or not it's in tune. And also the D chord is the same, which is also in my next lesson. And those two chords will tell you whether or not it's in tune. The C chord will as well, but since the C chord is a 5-string chord, you don't play the low note. It kind of leaves that one out, so it's not really a good reference for tuning. But the G chord is because you're playing the entire guitar. Anyhow, give that a try and go over it a few times. Try to memorize 5th fret, what positions you're fretting to get the notes, and try to train your ear. Tune it to the tuner first, tune it this way so that you can hear it, and then maybe untune the guitar a little bit and try it manually to see if you can get your ear to hear when the strings are there. When you untune it, do it very little. Don't mess it up completely because you'll just frustrate yourself. Just move the tuning machine just a tiny bit, and then try to get your ear to train yourself back to where you can hear that. So anyhow, until next time, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.